welcome to Nesting Story. Today I will be sharing my small business journey with you, as well as some really exciting changes to Nesting Story. I'm so excited to be partnering again with RBC for this video. They have been with me from the very beginning of my small business journey, and they're a very important part of this story. Make sure you head to the link in the description below to find out more information on what I will be sharing. Okay. Let's start at the very beginning. So when I was done high school, I tried to get into an art school for illustration. I tried a few times and I couldn't get in. I just wasn't good enough. And that's okay, because it kind of led me on a different journey. So what I did was a program called Art Fundamentals, and in that I got to try all these different types of fine arts. And through that I realized I loved rendering, which is hand rendering of a room. I loved working with materials, and I had always had a flair for interior design, but I really realized that I love pulling a room together and conceptualizing a project. I just found it so fun and so creative. So I decided to go into interior design. And then I got an awesome job right out of school at an interior design firm in Toronto. We did 5-star hotels and restaurants and casinos. It was so fun. It was so creative. It was like a loft. It was just everything you would picture as an interior design firm. Really funky, really fun. I had a great time. And then I became a mom and I decided to stop working. I had always thought I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And with a lot of work on our end and getting some investment properties, we were able to afford that. Little did I know that it just wasn't enough for me. And I felt a lot of mom guilt during that time, that here I was lucky enough to be home with my kids, and I had my second right after, Bo, pretty soon after, and I wasn't happy. I loved my children, but I felt like I needed something added to the equation to get out my creative side and this need to kind of create something. So I, at that time, dabbled a little bit in some Etsy shops and tried some things here and there, and it never really took off. And finally one day I was like, I gotta get back out into work. So I worked for another interior design firm. This one was for a residential firm nearby in these like huge houses. It was pretty amazing. And one of my main jobs was to style the homes. I would go shopping. Actually, my job was to shop. It was to go shop and find items to finish up a room and help kind of move things around and just make a space work at the end of a reno. And I loved it. It was so fun. But I found the balance of working for someone else and trying to stick to their hours and being a mom really hard. It became a huge challenge, and I ended up having to leave that job. So after that, I decided that I would start my own company, which was Nesting Story. I had been creating hand-painted murals for family and friends for a few years then. So I thought, I'm gonna combine my interior design skills and my mural painting skills and create my own business. So before I settled on this idea though, I once again tried quite a few other ideas. I really thought I was gonna start a baby concierge service. In fact, that was when I met my friend Alana from Goodnight Sleep Site. She was amazing. She actually gave me tons of advice back then when I didn't even know what I was doing. Then it morphed again and again to an Etsy shop, and then finally settled on interior design and mural painting. And almost right off the bat, I had clients. I was helping design children's areas in dentist's office. I was painting murals for nurseries and everything. It was starting to boom. At that time, I was still using my personal bank accounts for my business with RBC. So just as I was getting along with all these murals, I found I was pregnant with twins, and that was a huge shock. And really, it was this huge shock to my body, and I couldn't continue doing what I was doing. I was spending hours and hours on a ladder. I was so sick. I remember painting this mural of these 4 seasons in this nursery, and the family was away while I was painting it, and I was so thankful because I would have to like paint a bit and lay down and paint it. It was not working. So finally I decided to pause Nesting Story and focus on growing my babies and then see what happened after that. So it was during my twin pregnancy that I was trying to find other twin moms or moms of 4 kids who still had their own identity and was inspiring and can kind of give that piece of, you've got this and this is how I navigate motherhood, but also that piece of like, I still I'm working towards finding myself, or I have my own interests as well. And I was really surprised about how limited the amount of bloggers there were out there. So after some encouragement from some of my friends, I decided to switch Nesting Story over to a personal blog once my twins were born. It was perfect because I had been doing a lot of blogging back when I was doing interior design, just based on concepts I had for celebrities and different things I found at stores. If you go way back into the archives of Nesting Story, the blog, you will definitely find those posts. So when my twins were about 6 months is when I started. I just started to write. I just wanted to share my journey as a twin mom, as detailed as I could about the twin pregnancy and about having my babies and then what it was like, but then that journey back to finding who I am. And so that was in the fall, and then by spring 2015, it went wildly viral.
Well, an Ontario woman has started a dialogue on it after giving birth to 4 children in 5 years. And her blog on body issues post-baby has touched a viral nerve.
I didn't even expect it because I was really just writing, I think like 2 evenings a week. I had got a little desk and put it in the corner of our living room, and it was just, I just loved doing it. I was hoping to make it a business one day, but I knew that it was going to be a lot of work, and then boom, it went really viral. So this boom in business really propelled me into being able to turn my hobby into a paying business. I was like, okay, I've got this golden ticket. What am I gonna do? So I debated. I called some PR firms in Toronto, and it was just like not the right fit. And then I thought, okay, I had read about blogging conferences in one of my many blogging, like how to blog books. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna go to one. So I looked them all up, and I found what I thought was the cream of the crop, which I still think it is, Mom 2.0, and I went to it. And there I met so many people, and it was like I had come home. It was amazing. And I was having lunch with someone one day, and we were just chit-chatting, and I was just asking her a lot about herself. And then finally she said, what do I do? And I told her about the post, and everyone at that time really knew this post. It was very well known. And she said, hold on, I want to introduce you to someone. So she runs across the room and comes back with someone who created the Baby Center blog. And that was the beginning of how I was able to take my business and start earning money with it. So I started writing for Baby Center. And this was such a great relationship. It was so exciting. And around that time is when I went into RBC and opened up my own business account. So then I got my business account, I got my business visa, and that was in 2015. And that's been one of the best decisions I've made, to have all of that separate from my personal finances for this long. So from that, I started to be able to make some money on my own blog too. So the way a lot of people ask, how do you make money blogging or even creating YouTube videos? It's mostly through brand partnerships. You're partnered with brands, brands will approach you, or I would partner with them through Baby Center, brands that made sense for your morals and your values and your lifestyle and how many kids you have and everything. And you're able to kind of share their brand, but through your own personal storytelling. And it was really fun. And I still do it to this day, and I love it. And I've had built some great brand relationships, including with RBC. This is like, I think my 4th or 3rd time partnering with them. It's so exciting because these brands, these products are really important in my world, and I'm truly excited to share about them. So that's how I started to create an income. Some other ways were sometimes affiliate links, which I don't use as much, and also ads on my website, and then through YouTube, ads on my YouTube channel. So that started to build and build, and then I started to create videos as well. I just kind of stumbled on YouTube. I one day wanted to show how I tandem breastfed my twins. So I had a friend sit on a couch with my like old iPhone and film me walking around, and it's super awkward, but I think it's a great video because it has all the information. It's got so many views, and I've had so many moms thank me because it's a nursery tour, it's practical. I show how you can tandem breastfeed twins, you can bottle feed twins on your own, you don't have to wake anyone else up to help you. It's a great video. So then I did a day in the life and I started to do more videos, and then I learned what vlogging was and I realized, oh, that's what I'm doing. And it just kind of snowballed from there, and it really grew naturally from there. And I've done more and more videos, and then I've joined Kin Community, which has been huge for me, and they're part of Chorus Entertainment right now. And it's just been a really, really exciting journey. I don't really vlog as much. I do more of the home videos again and the lifestyle videos, but I'm like loving every minute of it. I also am sharing bits and pieces of my twin journey, but not as much. I kind of hit this point where I felt like I had told my story and I needed to move to the next stage with me. I've always had Nesting Story grow with me and transform with me because it's always reflected real life. So I wanted to share some other RBC tools that either I use or I feel like would be really huge for any small business that's getting going and you need help wherever you can get it. So one of their new tools is called Owner. It's amazing. It's a way to register your business online or incorporate your business online, and they even have an online logo generator. It's pretty awesome. So as I mentioned before, getting an RBC online business deposit account is really huge. It makes things so much more convenient to kind of split up your personal account and your business account. It makes things so much easier. Also, RBC has so many mobile tools, including Nomi, which I've mentioned before in previous posts and videos. And it's really great because it gives you a mobile snapshot of all of your spending and your finances. And this is something that I use day to day. So what's next for Nesting Story? You've probably noticed that I've taken Nesting Story in a slightly different direction in the past since say 1 or 2 years. As my kids have got older, and I've shared this before, I've wanted to create more privacy for them. They're still on it here and there, but to keep my family off of Nesting Story a little bit more and just give them their privacy. So that's been really important to me, and it's been really exciting for me to see Nesting Story mature and grow past those family vlogging years and really come back to interior design and home and lifestyle and my own nesting story. This is the exciting thing. So I have decided to circle back to where it all began and bring back some design services, but I'm putting a spin on it. I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I've shared it a bit on Insta Stories. So if you follow me on Instagram, you already know this. I want to create a relationship with you who may have bought a new house or are in your home and you're maybe drowning in stuff, or you feel like you're not using your home in the best way possible, especially for your family. I want to help you reimagine how your home can be. So I'm not planning on getting into helping people do renovations. I think there's enough interior designers out there that provide that service. What I want to do is one-on-one, either virtually or in person, depending on where you're located, work with you on what you have, use what you have, look at your layout of your home. Can you move furniture around? Can you reimagine a room? Maybe some things need to be switched. Work with what you have, declutter, and then from there, I will suggest some items that I feel like could pull a room together that you can go out and purchase. I'm really excited about this idea. I've had a huge response online about it, and I cannot wait. Because life is busy, I'm going to be starting with this idea on a smaller scale. So the way it's going to work is if you head to the link below and you're going to apply. If you're interested. Right at the moment, I'm going to start slow and pick people through an application process that I'm going to work with. And I'm hoping by summer, maybe early fall, it's going to be a full booming business, a service that's full-fledged, that I'm taking on a lot of people. I'm just trying to be realistic about starting out, and I want to make sure that I provide that relationship and quality service that I think people could use. So I'm really excited about this. Don't worry, the videos are gonna stay here. I think I'm gonna stick with 1 video a week, and it's me a lot of the same stuff, a lot of decluttering still, because I know you guys love it. But this is just gonna be a next chapter for Nesting Story that's really natural, and it's just bringing it back full circle. So I hope that my journey creating my small business might inspire you to follow your dreams. So don't forget to head to the links in the description below to learn more about the RBC tools I mentioned in today's video. And thank you again to RBC for partnering and sponsoring this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love for you to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.